Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tacky Tablecloths. I'm your host, Justin, here with my co-hosts.
Hi, I'm Bryn.
And I'm Alex.
Today, we're going to be talking to you about some of our favorite things, including movies such as The Isle of Dogs,
Which we just saw. What was that? Last week?
Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. $5 movies.
Tuesday.
$5 movies. Yeah.
All right. So, what did you guys think of it?
Well, as you know, at the very beginning of the movie, I was trying to figure out what exactly was going on because it looked like this American film, but it would look like it was Japanese and then converted to English, and not really quite sure
What
was
the
going on
lack of
quite
subtitles
exactly.
that throw you off a little bit?
It's like, it showed the Japanese text at the top, and then it showed the American text on the bottom, which makes me think that it was dubbed or whatever you want to call those.
Right. Yeah. When they do the overdubs.
I think it was just because it was set in Japan, he was just trying to really evoke that dual feeling, of I guess just
Wes Anderson's quirky
well,
style.
yeah, I mean it is because it's Wes Anderson.
Yeah, so Wes Anderson.
Quirky
This is the
style.
first Wes Anderson
Yeah,
film you've
I'm a
seen.
Wes Anderson virgin.
Right.
V.
We popped your cherry.
Your cherry's popped.
Cherry has been popped.
Yeah, we got to show you a couple other movies. Like you wanted to see Grand Budapest, right?
Yeah, we watched the preview for that before we went to the movie.
Yeah.
That's the one with that the little not Indian kid, but the servant and the
the bellhop.
The bellhop.
Bellhop, right.
The hotel servant. Sorry, I don't.
That's
Bellhop, hotel servant, same thing.
Porter. We don't say porter anymore. That's not
porter.
That's not really.
That's kind of just an outdated phrase now.
Right. No, but yeah, and it's got Ralph Fiennes.
It has everyone in it.
Is that how you say his name? I've heard it like Rafe Fiennes. Ralph Fiennes.
I'm in Hollywood. I can pronounce my name.
Lord Voldemort, but he's got a mustache.
I guess he is also Lord Voldemort.
Yes.
He's always just going to be the villain from In Bruges to me. But
oh yeah, is he in it? He's in Bruges. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I still got to see that.
Yes, you do need to see that.
Yeah, no,
it's a fantastic.
I heard it's good. Colin Farrell's good.
Colin Farrell's great.
Hey.
He's
this
great
is Colin Farrell in every movie.
Years.
Hey, he's very solid. He's not quite sure what he's doing. He's not quite sure about the world. He's very sad. But he's taken this young boy under his arms, and he really wants to make sure he's got a good life. Here, have my watch.
But did he really want the little boy to have a good life, or was it
no? Because the little boy tried to kill his entire family.
Oh, let's
spoilers for anyone who's never seen.
Talking about killing the sacred deer.
Yeah.
If you've seen that or heard of it.
No. So
I wouldn't have even heard of it if you didn't pop in that trailer for me. Pop it in the old VHS player.
I mean, Yorgos Lanthimos is just a great director.
Yeah.
And anything he makes, I'm going to watch.
Right. We got really off track there.
Yeah. So what do you guys think of the animation style of the movie?
No, it was really good. I mean, it was probably one of the best as far as just like the stop motion itself, probably one of the best I've ever seen. Other than like Coraline and Nightmare Before Christmas, I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
I like Henry Selick's films. But yeah.
Some of those explosions in there were just absolutely crazy how they put those together.
Oh yeah, those were all like none of it was like drawn or anything. It was all like physical, like fur and fuzz and stuff. Yeah, like cotton balls and when they're like
the
dogs
scene?
are all like, oh yeah, the airplane. Yeah, I thought that was so cool. Like when what's the boy's name?
Oh, jeez.
Atari.
Oh, yeah, because I was looking, I was like, are they saying like H-A, like Hatari? And then it was like, and then I saw it spelled out. I was like, oh, it's like literally Atari, like
the video game.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, when he's like crashing down and the plane's going down, and I noticed when the little smoke ball, which was just like a bunch of fuzz coming up, they did this like forced perspective thing. Instead of like literally pulling it up, they're pulling it towards the camera and making it bigger, which was, I don't know, it's a cool little technique. Like, you don't see those like cool little like, oh, all right, how are we gonna get around this? Here's a little bootleg method of making something look like how it is, but it's not. Yeah, whatever.
I think the thing for me that was one of the most interesting things was, especially considering that everything was handmade, and
Mhm.
I was watching one of the behind the scenes things, and they were talking they made roughly 60 sets, I want to say, for the movie,
Wow.
and some of them were just so insanely detailed. Like,
Do you know what the
You
scale
think-
was?
I do not off the
Okay.
top of my head.
Yeah, because did you see the Kubo and the Two Strings?
No, I
Some of the
really
behind
wanted
the
to
scenes
see
one.
that
Yeah, the
movie.
sets were like the buildings would be like this tall. So I was just wondering if you knew if like the
I saw some
characters.
behind the scenes stuff. I mean, they were like some of the sets were probably like the size of this table, and like that high or so, and then some of them like some of the figures were only like maybe as tall as the mic stand here or whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a lot of detail to pack into a little
Oh yeah,
Oh,
right.
a little model.
Yeah, no, they weren't like massively oversized or anything. Like most of the shots, like people were walking past the tables, and it was about to up here, and they were walking past. Like, for one of the random landfill things, like I just saw them like crumpling up a whole bunch of stuff and just piecing it down, just setting it down on there. And you just think about how detailed some of that stuff is. Like I was telling Bryn earlier, I was thinking about it, like that intro scene at the little like cat house thing, or not cat house, but like the
It was like a little
The
shrine,
shrine,
and
the
it had
shrine, the cat
cats there
shrine, yeah.
because
when you
they
say
love
cat
cats.
house, that's
Cat
a
house.
completely different
Right.
implied thing.
Oh,
That's not what I was talking about, but that works too. There's so much detail in there, and that thing is literally there for like the 1 minute in the intro, and then you never see that whole shrine again,
Mhm.
other than that's what
Didn't they have it at the very end whenever they were they went to the
yes
whatever the mayor's house is or whatever, and then they showed the cats or whatever that were in the garden or something.
Mhm.
I don't know.
It
Whatever.
was there for one other thing. I just didn't want to bring that up because I didn't know if that was like a spoiler or not. I don't know.
Oh, at the end with the okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
what's
we could talk freely
Okay.
about. I mean, the
Okay.
movie's been out for a couple of weeks, and
That's true.
who the hell's gonna watch this anyway? So
So
Good point. Good point. But yes.
So speaking of explosions, I had a particularly favorite explosion scene. Whenever Bryan Cranston's character has to go up against the robot dog, and the drone is deployed, the drone drops a bomb, but the drone drops like a nuke because it made a huge mushroom cloud. And I'm just sitting here to myself, who drops a nuke from a drone?
I mean,
Am I the only one?
I'm trying to think of that bit. I think I remember.
I totally remember seeing it in the trailer, but I'm blanking on seeing it in the actual film. I know what you're talking about because I remember from the trailer, but I'm trying to remember.
Wait, was that when they were gonna like exterminate all the dogs, or am I thinking?
No. That was
No,
when
the
they were
exterminate
going
was
to
with
the first
mushroom
rescue
barrel
mission for
things.
Atari.
Oh, okay.
Where they showed up there with
Oh.
the squad people or whatever.
Oh,
and
right.
came and dropped the-
Right. Yeah, when they're first fighting. Okay. Yeah. No, that looked really cool.
It's just the nuke was really well done, but I'm just thinking to myself, who drops a nuke from a drone? I mean, whatever.
Well, who
Right.
drops a bunch of
Fear
bombs
has
in
been
outer
mongered.
space?
Who makes
Ryan
who makes
Johnson.
robot dogs and sends them after a little boy
Real dogs.
and a bunch of real dogs?
That too. Well, I mean that was because they wanted to try and show the effectiveness of them for the marketing campaign that they were
Right.
starting to launch of the. Hey,
Why would you
don't
buy
have real dogs
a real
anymore.
dog?
Buy these robot dogs.
You
They
can
don't
buy a
have
robot
snout
dog.
fever.
Right.
Did you guys have any favorite quotes from the movie?
I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. Yeah, actually, wait. Yeah, what was my favorite line that I told you?
I know.
Oh
what
yeah,
Josh's
you're
favorite
gonna meet a bitch named Nutmeg.
was.
Love that.
You're gonna go across town. You're gonna meet a bitch named Nutmeg.
I know, I like that bit. And then of course, Biscuito.
Piscator.
Biscuito.
Yeah.
Biscuito. Biscuito.
One of my favorites was at the very beginning when they're fighting over the food, and they all. Well, also a part of that scene, how who's in charge? Nobody. We all vote.
Right, and then that
they get into
becomes
this
like
little
a running joke throughout the
Yeah.
Yeah.
whole thing. Yeah.
Then they get into this little scruffle, and then one of the white dogs comes out, and his ear is gone, and then the other dog just looks over at him. He's like, "I think you chewed your ear off,"
And then he just doesn't care.
and then he just looks over at his ear. Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah.
That was great, and also when they're on the two diverging rail cart things,
Yeah.
at the midway or so, And Edward Norton's dog. I'm blanking on the individual dogs' names, but
What color was it? Do you remember?
the Brad. It was the one who was always trying to call everything to a vote.
Oh.
He was trying to call everything to a vote, and Cranston and Atari are just going down off on the completely other path, and they're going into the factory that's about to just start, like, attacking them, you know?
Right.
A lot of his character made me laugh a lot.
There's a lot of quirky elements that Wes Anderson likes to.
A Wes Anderson movie had quirky elements.
It was quirky and it had symmetrical framing. Wow, that's so shocking. Yeah. So what did you think? Well, I heard like before we even saw the movie, and like I was seeing some people like reviewing it online, and like I saw a couple articles that were like, Greta Gerwig's character was pointless and didn't have any purpose there, and also the movie is racist. Like what? As far as that goes, like what did you?
I'll just take the,
I'll
take the unpopular opinion. Or maybe it's a pop. I don't know. I thought she was annoying. I don't know that I didn't think that her character didn't fit as part of the movie. I just think her character was kind of annoying to me.
Why is that? Because she's a loud woman.
Just some annoying girl from Cincinnati, Ohio, always trying to get in the way of everything.
That was funny though. When
we're from Ohio, and we just think, oh yeah, now that makes sense. Now it makes sense.
I thought her character was. I mean, I didn't have any problems with it, and she.
Yeah, I liked her.
She helped. She was the human element for every time. I mean, not that you couldn't humanize with any of the other citizens.
Like her whole little team and the little IT guy. They were though they didn't really have any lines, but it's like it's an English movie, and she was translating for people. I'm taking
exactly. She was our translator, and if you'd have just not had that character in, like you would have had to either have the one lady who was translating everything do every voiceover for everything.
Yeah, and that really only worked for like the news
speeches,
segments and
so,
stuff.
like her character was necessary, or at least a character that spoke English was necessary because like. As much as I feel like even just trying to make the film, like at first they really wanted to just have nothing be in English other than like
the dogs.
The dogs and the translations. I think that's really what they only wanted. At least that's the sense that I got.
Was the disclaimer at the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it really tied the whole movie together to have that whole like you have the island, the trash island, but then you also have the stuff happening in Megasaki, and that's sort of like they kept going back to that, and it tied together all those plots, and it really nicely tied it together in the end, and it was I thought it was necessary. It wasn't completely pointless like I saw a bunch of people saying. I don't
think her character was pointless. No.
Okay.
No.
You just didn't like the character itself.
Yeah, and I just wasn't a big fan of the character.
Okay. So. I mean that's
maybe it's just because of white girl with the afro. I don't.
That was an odd stylistic choice.
Well, yeah, I mean,
but
a white girl with the afro from Cincinnati.
That was really funny in our theater. Like when they said Cincinnati, Ohio, like everyone started cracking up.
I'm like, oh,
but, okay, yeah, no, totally.
But yeah, I totally think her character was important. Like the dogs coming back, they still wouldn't have been cured without her doing anything because like
she went to that bar and got the chocolate milk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and the serum, like
chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Like
another one.
It just would have been a lot more nonsensical if like the dogs just all came back from Trash Island and they were like, all right, we got our dogs, even though they're all like sick and falling apart. We're gonna keep them anyway, even though they're gonna kill us all in a couple of years, if not months.
Yeah, so that kind of solved that whole issue, and then with like Yoko Ono's character and. Who was literally named Yoko Ono.
It was necessary. I think.
But I thought overall the whole movie was a good homage to Japanese cinema. There was a lot of there were a couple shots where I was like, yeah, it's very like Kurosawa, or I know a lot about Japanese film. I know Kurosawa. No,
You've only seen The Hidden Fortress?
Actually, I have seen The Hidden Fortress.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
With you.
Do you think the film opens itself up to I know that most likely Wes Anderson would make a sequel of it, but do you think that there are any unanswered questions or anything that any other film might be able to wrap up?
No, I mean, I think it's a good self-contained story.
Yeah,
Like in its own right.
Any sort of a sequel or anything would just be
Unnecessary.
Yeah,
I think maybe a prequel about the cat time. Whenever the beginning scene, whenever the cat ninja cuts off the guy's head or whatever, that would be pretty cool.
I mean that's kind of what the movie was, though. It was like, they had the ancient fable, but then it's like modern times, and Atari is, the hero of time, if you will.
Damn cat people, always ruining the world for everyone.
Goddamn cat people.
Goddamn cat people. Amen, brother.
Huh? Oh, did you try and high five?
No, amen.
Oh
no,
That's what you're doing. No.
Don't.
What are you doing?
What? I mean, you guys never read your hand in church or whatever whenever you feel okay, whatever.
Praise!
I'm not hiling or anything, jeez.
Oh, Christ.
God.
Here we go. Episode 1. He's already fucking bringing a goddamn Nazi.
I got it. I had to get it over with. Yeah. You guys were looking at me like I did it, so I had to.
Well, that's why I was
the
like,
elephant
what
in
the
the
hell are you
room.
doing? Okay, so anyway, back on track.
I think it's time for a gong.
Did you say you had to kill the elephant in the room?
Yeah.
I like that phrase.
Okay, so those of you who are
Segment.
new to the show, which is all of you, anytime we feel it's time to
new to
move
the
on
show.
to a new topic, we're going to go ahead and whack a gong. Or a cymbal until we get a gong.
So, Alex, you tried sushi
I did.
for the first time.
Well, I tried.
Well,
real authentic.
yeah, not
just
not
made
Kroger
in a
brand.
Kroger.
Yeah, which
grocery
isn't
store.
awful, but it's not.
It's
not
even
like
awesome.
what
Not
you're going to
exactly
get at
curated and made right there for
Yeah.
you.
Yes, it's like comparing a McDonald's hamburger to go into like a what'd you say? Five Guys?
Five Guys.
Yeah, I can take that comparison.
Five Guys.
Oh yes.
Or the Melt. The Melt's got a pretty good burger too.
I mean, the Melt has everything. And
Excuse me,
Melt
Melters. Their melts. They're not fucking cheeseburgers.
That's
fucking
true.
I
It
mean,
is.
like if you look at their logo, though, there's literally a beef patty on their grilled cheese. But
Yeah, but it's a Melt.
It's a melt.
you guys
Because it's on bread.
I
and
like-
not buns.
I like Frisco Melts from Steak and Shake.
Those are pretty good too.
But anyways, sushi. So what'd you try?
I had the seared pepper tuna
Mm-hmm.
and cucumber eel rolls. And if you'd have told me before that day that I would be eating eel, I'd have told you that you were an idiot. But Justin talked me into it.
I think Bryn got most of it. Bryn got all the hard stuff done before we got there.
What?
Okay, both.
Oh,
of you
like
talked me
convincing
into
him.
Yeah, if Bryn hadn't got a chance to, open up the conversation about having it and getting you in the same room as me to get you to try something, then that wouldn't have worked out as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could have just been like, oh, I'm just going to come to the movie later. You guys go do your thing. But yeah,
No, you have to.
stepping in and taking one for
do
the
it.
team. Oh, speaking of taking one for the team, do you like ginger?
And, I mean, ginger's not bad.
Do you also like wasabi?
Wasabi is.
Do you also
good.
like death?
I do like death.
Yeah. So we're finishing up the meal, and he's got like a whole ball of wasabi still on his plate, and like pretty much the whole pile of ginger.
He feels this need to
My
clean the
my
plate.
dude wraps the whole ball of wasabi in the ginger, just shoves it in his mouth.
Well, okay, hold on. First of all, you say that like I just randomly did it, like it was no big thing.
I know. No, we totally pressured you into doing it.
I
No,
wouldn't
he
say
picked
you-
up the ball and he's like, "You think I could eat this?"
I was
And I'm like, "Yeah, but I wouldn't. It was probably not that bad."
Like, yeah, you should do it. You should totally do it.
no. See, it started because you guys were acting like I was using too much wasabi in my soy sauce,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and I
you
was
were.
like, I put an appropriate amount in for the amount of heat that I wanted. And
The whole thing was like it looked like gunk. Like there was no liquid. It was
I've
just
had
like this
boogers
like
that were less green than that, man.
sloppy little like specks of like wasabi in there. Like no soy sauce, just like a little goop.
but it tasted great,
I'm sure it
especially
did.
to counterbalance the sweetness of the cucumber eel roll.
Yeah.
Because the cucumber eel roll was just slightly too sweet for me.
Really?
So no, I mean not in a bad way. Like I like sweet things, kind of. But
Yeah, I like
adding
sweet things too.
Was it more the sweetness was unexpected compared to the seared tuna?
definitely because like I've eaten cucumbers and they're not usually that sweet. Like those.
It's
those
because they don't use any
cucumbers-
of the skin, and they also don't put any of the seeds in. So the way they cut it is they just like take a cucumber, they cut off one end, they cut off the other end, and then they basically put it through this thing. It's like a shaver, and it basically unrolls the whole thing. And then once it gets to the center part, it stops it, and then they cut it into
Yeah, because they're like little
individual
strips
slices.
that
Yeah.
kind of put in there, and then
Yeah, and whenever
Roll it
we tried to make sushi one time, we
Mhm.
tried to do the cucumber thing, and then it was just like falling
Yeah, it was-
apart.
yeah,
and,
it was
like,
a little
just, like, way
it was
too
a little
wet,
tricky.
and like
it was easier just to like cut off a little piece like salmon, just roll a little rice ball, just like.
oh yeah,
pop it
that
in.
was so good. We were like, I
That
don't
was
know
a-
if this is like that fresh, but like, well, I've already eaten a bunch of it.
We
might as well
got it from
finish
like the Asian market that's like up the road there. So I
Did
mean,
you see the floor in that place?
I wasn't looking at the floor. I was looking at the damn fish, making sure it wasn't like spoiled. I mean, it looked good.
I mean, like-
tasted good. We didn't get sick afterwards, so shit.
So you ate it raw and everything.
Yeah.
Well, it
Yeah.
says it was sushi grade fish.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So it was like frozen and everything.
No,
No, it was fresh.
no, you don't freeze.
No, actually, it all does
Yes,
come frozen.
Yes, you do.
You
Huh?
have to.
You have to.
Every
Yeah.
single fish that's imported into the United States has to be frozen.
Yes, I was looking
Oh,
into
okay.
this actually because I wanted to know like what specifically makes fish safe to eat raw, and it's because after it's caught, it's frozen
Almost
at
immediately.
such an extreme it's flash frozen
Ah.
at such an extreme temperature that the specific bacteria that reside within fish are killed off immediately. Now that doesn't work on land animals like cows, pigs, whatever,
Mhm.
because they have a completely different type of bacteria, and also
Right.
because their
We just have to
digestive
be worried
system-
about the fish growing legs and
yes.
coming and taking over our society.
That would be so far from now, though, that their not their reproductive systems, that their digestive systems would evolve to be similar enough to ours that the bacteria growing inside of them would harm us.
Right.
But the fish ones, most of the ones, like the only ones that are dangerous, we can freeze out for the
Mhm.
most part.
Okay.
Like
I just-
salmonella.
Right.
I just
Right.
thought that was really interesting because I was like,
I did not know that. I meant like when we were like at the actual store. It's not like frozen or
Yeah,
anything.
it likely was frozen the day before, and then they put it out
Right,
for that
okay,
day.
alright,
to
yeah,
thaw. So
I did not.
I mean,
know
I do
that
remember
over
it being
there.
particularly cold, but we also did have a little bit of time between when we actually bought the fish to when we ate the fish. So
Mhm.
I don't remember all the specific conditions.
I don't know. We just brought it home, like had it in the fridge for a little bit, made the rice, and then.
Washed our hands about 1,800
Yeah.
times.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, you know what was gross?
What's
You had like a little bit of like the seaweed wrap that
Yeah.
we had. It went down your drain.
Yeah.
And then your house smelled like seaweed.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we could not get rid of the seaweed smell for like 3 days. Oh, speaking of getting rid of smells in houses, I think Bryn told me a story the other day about some beer sausages.
Oh, that's a yeah. Oh no, that's a famous story around here.
It's a famous story.
So my dude Alex over here decides to make beer sausage. He's got this like plastic. Is it plastic?
It's a
or whatever.
plastic,
Yeah, it's
a
plastic.
microwavable pressure cooker.
Yeah, microwavable pressure cooker. It's like okay. Would you put like a whole pack of like beer or just sausages or bratwurst or whatever in there? It's like a sixer of Natty Light
It was Keystone.
or Keystone. I'm sorry,
Keystone.
Oh, okay, Keystone. That makes it better. And
don't know why
filled the
we
whole
had
thing up. Like, would you microwave it for like 20 minutes or so?
More about 40.
Oh,
overall.
40? Oh, okay, that's even worse. And the goddamn house smelled like shitty beer and sausages for like 5 days. Like, you could not get rid of that smell. Like, you got used to it when you were like, hanging around the house for a bit. And then,
Did you walk in the house and gag?
yeah, no, you definitely like walk into the house and just completely, yeah. It was gross. It was real
Wasn't
gross.
great.
It wasn't great.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the sausages? Did it
Oh.
remind you of home?
The flavor of them was just absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Even our roommate at the time, who liked to just not eat any of the things that I made, like meat-wise, even he admitted that it tasted incredible. That's an old Johnson family recipe, where you load the beer sausage
Does
up.
it say in the cookbook, Keystone Light?
No, it does not.
Oh.
My parents...
I mean, it would probably taste a little better if you used like a nice ale or something, or like.
No, because you're burning it all straight out.
Oh.
Like,
Well, I mean, you still
The
flavor.
alcohol gets boiled off in the first few minutes of the...
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
the alcohol, but like
because
the flavor of.
I've tried. I even have another pack of them in the freezer. People have started because everything's craft everything now. People have started making craft sausages and beer brats, and they're using their own like shitty IPAs and stuff. Like there's one in there, it's like white fish IPA or whatever, and I tried it and I was like, it just tastes like a beer sausage. You can't taste it. Like no matter what quality of beer, it always ends up tasting about the same. Because it all just gets burned out. It's more about just getting that in there. Like I don't specifically understand the science behind it.
The science behind redneck cooking.
The science behind the redneck beer brats.
Right.
But
thank you.
All right, we're going to get ready to take a break here, but before we go, why don't we get a little bit of word from our sponsors?
Our sponsor today is Moms in Yoga Pants. When you're out on a nice spring day, the sun's finally out, the trees are growing, Moms in Yoga Pants are always there for you. So thank you to our sponsor.
Thank you, Moms in Yoga Pants.
All right, we're going to take a quick break.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
All right, guys, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Let's go ahead and head over to Bryn for some hot topics.
Hot topics! What's happening in the news this week, guys?
Well, Bill Cosby got sentenced, right?
Yeah.
Wait.
Well, no, not
Convicted?
sentenced. He was convicted.
Convicted,
Yes.
yeah.
After his was it a mistrial first, and then they did a retrial, and then the jury found him guilty of multiple counts of sexual assault.
Do you think that the current Me Too movement had anything to do with that?
Oh yeah. I mean that was kind of the. I mean, people knew about that shit like years ago, and then there was that bit Hannibal Buress did, and that kind of brought it back into the spotlight, and then people came out and brought him to justice.
What did Hannibal Buress do?
He did this like stand up bit calling Cosby a fucker and like smug piece of shit.
It was just a little throwaway line, but it was something about Bill Cosby sexual assault, and then just over time, more people were like, "Oh shit, because like Bryn said, it was something that a lot of people knew about, but then like just kind of."
Yeah, nobody cared. It was like all the Harvey Weinstein shit too. It's like people knew for years, but people wanted to keep their mouth shut because they
wanted to still make movies.
Yeah, he makes a lot of money and he gives jobs to people, so we should turn a blind eye to that.
Which is just absolutely disgraceful.
A blind eye or a brown eye?
So I mean, Cosby's like the first person that's actually been like convicted of something at this point.
Was Jackson ever convicted? I mean,
Michael Jackson? You talking about Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
No, he was acquitted of all charges.
He was acquitted?
He didn't diddle no kids. He was a weirdo. He didn't diddle no kids. I mean, you can have your opinion on that or whatever.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay,
So.
all right.
I like to hope that it was just him legitimately trying to find his childhood by giving it to other children that didn't.
Oh yeah, I mean that was the whole point of Neverland. Come with me, climb a tree with me.
What about dangling a baby off the balcony though? What was that about?
He's just odd. He was an odd fellow.
Okay.
I mean, he was.
I'm not defending that. Like, don't dangle your damn kids off of a.
I might need to gong myself. Sorry.
Yeah, but no, I mean, Bill Cosby's really. I mean, since the whole Me Too movement and all these, Weinstein and Kevin Spacey and was it Tom Brokaw just the other day got accused of. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it was. I guess I don't know if it was like the 70s or 80s or something when this happened, but yeah, people. Yeah, he was like he had like invited himself over to this one woman's. Forget if she was just a journalist or something or other.
Just a journalist.
Well, I don't know what the fuck.
Only a journalist.
She was a coworker of his.
If you're not a video
like invited,
your opinion doesn't mean shit.
He invited himself over to her hotel room and was like trying, forcing himself upon her and shit. Allegedly, these are all accusations, but I mean, I would imagine they'd have some merit to them. But
I mean, these things don't just fall out of the sky from nowhere.
No, I mean that's once the Weinstein thing came out and the dominoes started to fall and it was like, wow, there's a lot more people doing fucked up shit than we previously thought. But yeah, I think Bill Cosby is that's going to be a turning point in like people actually getting,
Repercussions?
for their actions, and rather than just being like, okay, I gotta lay low for a while, my TV show gets canceled or whatever. Like, there's, shit's gonna start really hitting the fan here, and I mean, did you?
The shit is going in the shoe.
Right. Oh God, no. That's
We'll
a
talk
story.
about-
That's a story for another time. I mean, are you guys like big Cosby fans at all? Like, did you grow up on him?
Fat Albert, my dad had watched that show when he was younger, so
Yeah.
anytime that he could, he would just be like, "Here's Fat Albert."
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny, but really that's the extent of my knowledge on Cosby.
Right.
I don't know much about
Yeah.
his.
You don't watch like the Cosby Show
Portfolio.
or anything like that?
It was kind of
No,
already
I know
just-
about Cosby sweaters, but other than that, no, don't know much about Cosby.
Google that if you're not familiar.
Because it was kind of just already like over by the time that we were
Right.
growing up, and then
They had like
really-
reruns on like.
well, yeah, there
night.
were reruns, but like more than anything, it was I knew Cosby just as a joke of like the ip ip dippity boop bop. jello pudding.
What the Jello pudding?
Like I knew that before I even knew what the Cosby Show was, or before I even knew that Fat Albert was
Right.
the same person.
Hi there, little boy. What do you got the Pokemon?
Or what was it?
Pokemon.
Was it Kids Say the Darndest Things?
Yeah,
His
yeah,
show
that
too?
was. I
I
can't
knew
remember if
that
that was
one.
on when we were kids or not,
I
or if it was just
believe so.
rerun. It was an actual show.
I
Okay.
at least remember seeing.
Yeah, because he would just come on and be like, hello, little boy.
What are you doing today, little boy?
What is that? See, back in my day, we had yo-yos, and we would play with those for 5 hours a day.
And the kid's like, I just want to play my Pokemon.
Yeah, I never really. I've seen some of his like stand-up and stuff. I don't get his comedy. I really don't.
I don't
And
get
I've heard a
what-
lot of people say that too, where it's like I don't get his comedy.
I don't get a lot of like
No.
70s and 80s comedy because
Yeah,
I mean like when it comes to pure stand up, because a lot of that pure stand up is just so weird. Like I mean, yeah, there was like Chris Rock and like oh my God,
Eddie Murphy,
Eddie Murphy and
Richard Pryor. I was gonna say Richard Pryor. I love Richard
No,
Pryor
I'm-
and
George Carlin?
George Carlin.
Thank you. That's the
I was
name
gonna say
I
that
was
too.
trying to
Yeah,
say.
George Carlin.
But like outside of those, like the biggest people that managed to actually span generations, like there's people that purely got big in like that one small sector and then didn't really do comedy again, or at least stand up again after that time. Oh,
They
it's
kind of like
just,
moved into TV and movies
Yeah.
and stuff afterwards.
It's kind of like literally the type of thing that like the show BoJack Horseman is making fun of. Like BoJack, he does this really weird, really bad comedy that just gets added onto a kids show. It's just like that kind of humor that those comedians were doing. I just doesn't make me laugh in the slightest.
Right.
It's just so weird.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I know that a lot of people are going to be upset that his legacy is ruined, but
Well, maybe
I
he
don't know
shouldn't
why I
have
did
done
air
that.
quotes. His legacy
Speaking
is
of
ruined,
legacies, what did you guys get a chance to see anything about the North Korea meetings this week?
I sure did. I watched, what was it, the other night when, well, it was like 11 o'clock at night when the story broke over here in the West, but, yeah, did you guys get a chance to watch the actual video of them shaking hands? And
Yeah,
I did not.
Yeah, I did.
you got to watch it. I mean, it's
Watching
pretty
them,
powerful just to watch. They
well, he
met at the
invites-
border on the borderline there, shook hands, and then Kim Jong Un came over.
Well, no, he invited Moon to step over onto his side.
Yeah,
which
Moon-
they
Wait,
usually
well,
could
no,
have,
no,
like,
no,
some
that
guards
was-
come
that was
grab
after.
it. Oh,
Yeah, Kim stepped over first, and then he was like, "Oh, come over," and Moon was just kind of like, "Oh shit, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?"
Death camp.
Yeah, but then he stepped over and they smiled and then they walked over. Now that picture's going around. There's like a bunch of memes and shit of it.
Send us your memes.
Yeah, send us your Kim Jong Un meme.
I
Send
did
us
see
your
the
memes.
great video of Un's car driving away and all his security.
Oh yeah, they're like hauling ass with them.
because it's going like 5 miles an hour. and
What
it's just
happens when
like,
they get on the freeway?
Well,
Have you seen North Korean freeways? They're 40 lanes wide.
are they?
Yeah, I've seen
Oh,
pictures
in
of
like
them.
in Pyongyang.
I've never.
Yeah,
seen
they
them
got
before.
like 50-lane highways there,
Good lord.
God.
which were meant to be set up as emergency airstrips, but they were.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a lot of our like the U.S. interstates. They were built like that too, to be able to like handle like military vehicles going down and like land. You can land a plane on
Almost any
On-
interstate.
any interstate.
I
Yeah,
mean-
except there's the medians and the
in theory, but yeah, there's the medians, and they're also so full of potholes. You're gonna get that jet coming, it's just gonna break a wheel off.
Right.
And crash.
I feel like airstrips are devoid of potholes for good reason.
I don't know.
I've never walked on a. Imagine
That's true.
Driving down getting on a plane and you're about to take off and you guys are going and like, and, oh, it's just a pothole, nobody worry.
So maybe we should be concerned if the government starts actually using our money to repair potholes in the highway. Like, oh shit, they think something's coming and they're gonna need those jets to actually land.
No, Christ.
We need flat roads.
The flat rotors.
Flat roaders.
movement.
Flat road society.
I mean, that's one that I can actually get behind.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be okay with our tax dollars going towards, actual infrastructure, not a fucking border wall. God damn it.
Or not just paying, like
Teachers.
a crew of 15 million dudes to just. Oh, all right, we're fixing this interstate. It's been about 3 years. Yep, we added one exit. Doing a real good job here. Thanks.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Put
that's
a beam on a bridge.
that's
our tax
pretty
dollars
much
at work.
every construction site
That
I've
always
ever seen in
pisses me off.
Columbus.
That's every government fund.
Yeah, because
When you're driving down
I'll
the
give the
highway,
libertarians
it says
that
your
at
tax
least
dollars
private
at work, and
funded
you're like,
shit does get done.
I also don't want my road owned by Taco Bell though, so like that,
Right.
that's the problem.
this highway stretch brought to you by Taco Bell.
This highway stretch brought to you by I don't know, whatever. Yeah.
I don't want to ride the Taco Bell Express.
There's a bathroom at every stop.
So,
Yeah.
how about we talk about some sports?
Oh, sports.
Does
Sports?
anybody have an uncle named Dan?
Well, the draft was this week, and we're going to take it over to our news correspondent, or sports correspondent, our Uncle Dan. Take it away, Dan.
The NFL draft was this weekend, and the New York Jets won the draft single-handedly, drafting this Sam Arnold out of University of Southern California. Are you a fan of Sam Darnold?
No. I
No?
don't know who that is.
Sam Darnold is going to come in and lead the Jets to win the AFC East, and he's going to kick that pretty boy Tom Brady right in the gonads.
I thought Alex likes Tom Brady. Uncle Dan hates Tom Brady.
Tom Brady is the bane of my existence.
Deflate Gate.
Exactly! Deflate gate! Tom Brady deflating footballs! But I can say, at least the Jets did not draft this bakery cornfield fella
I was just going to ask about
out
the
of
Browns.
Oklahoma, Mr. Uppity planting a flag in the middle of an Ohio State stadium. Unacceptable! That's about all I've got right now. I wore myself out.
Thanks, Uncle Dan. Wait, before we switch topics, I do want to say, Manchester City won the Premier League title this year.
Nobody gives a fuck about soccer.
Shut the fuck up.
Soccer? Football?
Don't disgrace football by calling it that.
Foot. I didn't say foot. Foot.
Football.
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 Fine, if you want to call it football, that's
Might as well
fine.
be foosball, because that's about as much as I care.
I care more about football. than
American
soccer.
hand egg.
No, it's dive grass.
Dive grass.
Dive grass.
No,
because that's what a match of soccer is. Just a bunch of silly men dancing around and falling down and
Dude, you can
a
get
whole lot of
ejected from
running.
a game from doing that if you
he
get
touched
caught.
me. He touched me. I'm going down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the only thing I like about soccer is the fake injury reels on YouTube. Those are the best.
Those
I'll
are the
give you that.
best. That and basketball. They're both great
Ah,
sports. when
my
it
knee
comes
just
to-
reminds me of Peter Griffin.
Okay, we're actually switching topics now.
All right. Let's go to a new segment that I like to call Awkward Questions with Justin.
This is
But
gonna be a little
before
more
I ask some
lighthearted.
questions,
Half.
I think that Alex has a pretty awkward question for Bryn.
I do, actually. Bryn, this is your corn cob pipe, right?
Yes.
What is the minimum amount of money that it would take for you to shove this up your asshole?
I mean, how much of it?
I'd say fair. You think fair, Justin? there.
That's easy.
At least a couple inches.
Easy? Easy. I mean,
He knows from experience.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess
I've had a bigger poop than that. I mean,
I think we all have.
it's
would you do it for $7?
No, I wouldn't do it. No, I'd try to at least milk more money out of that.
What if we just paid for your lunch today?
I'm not going to stick that up my ass.
Why not?
Well, that's the question here. Is, are you going to stick this up your ass?
I'm not going to stick it up my ass. This is a hypothetical question.
So what's
I'm
the
putting anything in
minimum
my
that we can
butthole.
convince you to stick this up your ass for?
Well, here's the thing: I mean, if it's completely hypothetical, I could probably get quite a bit of money out of that.
How much?
I'm not speaking.
What's your number?
hypothetical.
What's your
I'm-
number?
What's my
Cash
minimum?
on the table right
I'm
now.
asking, yeah.
You're gonna go to the bathroom and do it. What is
How
it?
much money would it take for us to pay you for you to go into the bathroom? Well, no, because it's got to be on camera. We need to see proof that he's shoving this up his ass.
Well, maybe whenever we move over to Pornhub, but right now we're just on YouTube.
Yeah, this is YouTube is a very family friendly, wholesome fucking website.
Yeah, I've seen people shove things up their ass on YouTube.
That's true. Oh, there's that old video that the
You have?
kid that his
Can you send
World
me
of
some
Warcraft
links?
got shut off by his mom, and he shoves the remote up his ass.
Yeah, he shoved the
which I think
remote
it was
straight up
staged,
his
but-
ass.
Oh, he doesn't shove it up his ass. He fakes it.
Yeah,
He's got jeans on, bro.
He still at least makes
He
it
still,
look
rips
like
his
he
clothes
shoved
off.
it up his ass.
Anyway, I don't know.
This is a whole lot of question avoiding here.
I'm trying to think like what I would buy.
All right, I'm gonna give you 3 different price points. So they're gonna be
Like, because I feel like $1 million is like unreasonable. Like that's the go-to answer.
We don't
is-
have $1 million.
it's way too much money.
Well, yeah, no, I know.
We're talking about like a fucking pinky finger
Yeah,
going
it's
a
not much. I've
centimeter,
had
like
a pinky up
1
my ass
inch.
before.
About $500.
Has no one else ever
Maybe
had a
$500
pinky up their ass?
I've had more than that.
Okay, see? This isn't even a big deal. It's more just the fact that you've been chewing on it and everything.
That's what's that. Oh, that's true.
So
I don't actually smoke that. We've only used that for like.
Are you
Shorts
sure?
and
Because it
stuff.
looks like it's got a little bit of stuck in there.
I mean,
I think when you
there
first,
has definitely been smokable items inside of that before. I don't use that anymore though.
well, when you first bought it, you and Nick like to go like lay out and smoke
Oh yeah, because
premium tobacco.
we had our little loose tobacco and oh yeah. Oh, we're cool. We got yeah. I don't.
And then that lasted
Smoke
for about
tobacco
a month till it
anymore.
got cold.
Yes, it did get cold. It's not fun to It's not fun to smoke outside.
I mean, that's why you
When
don't
you
smoke,
smoke.
right?
Right.
All right. Okay.
Um.
So, would you rather have to eat all your meals in front of others for the rest of your life, or have to pee with someone in a stall next to you for the rest of your life?
In a stall, like just there in another stall next to me, like
No, like you go to the bathroom, and
they're
there's
in the
5
urinal.
open stalls in
Okay.
the urinal. Every single time they come up and they pee right next to you.
Okay, so
Wait,
they're in the
what's the other
urinal
one?
next to you, not the
Someone
stall.
has
The other
Either.
one is somebody watches you eat your whole life.
Shit, I'll take that.
Yeah, I don't care if someone watches me eat.
Dude, I'll make that as uncomfortable as possible for them.
That's kind of the normal thing to do is eat with people.
Okay. Well then, would you rather sit on stage while 100 people took turns singing "Happy Birthday" to you, or
I hate that.
make a joke in front of 100 people and have nobody laugh?
See, I've done that before.
Yeah, I've done the second thing, and the first thing, my job, I hear "Happy Birthday" every single day,
Oh my gosh.
especially when I'm.
I hate
a
that
mutant.
song.
I
I wish
hate.
Disney
Well,
would
yeah,
just come
it's
and copyright
nobody
the
likes
crap
it.
out of
Nobody
everybody
likes
for that.
actually singing it. No, you know.
So I'll,
Nobody
I'll
likes
take
having
that
it
one,
sung
I
to
guess,
them.
just because the self-esteem hit of having no one laugh at a joke, it hurts pretty bad. I'll be honest. So I'll
Oh,
take
yeah.
the happy birthday. I'll let 100
Oh
people
no,
sing
I'd
happy
go with
birthday
the
to me.
joke thing. I don't care. What
Either
about you?
way, I'm not
Well,
too bothered.
I've done a really good job of making this awkward without actually asking any awkward questions. So time to move on to our next section. Section.
Section.
Section.
We're gonna start.
Just completely recut that.
Maybe we should be asking you an
No edits.
Yeah,
No edits.
No, ask me.
Off the cuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay, off the cuff. Ask me an awkward question. I'll give you an awkward answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything. Just anything.
You own a GIMP mask, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. You
Ooh.
ever used it?
Have I put it on?
I don't know. Just either or.
It's been used.
It's been used.
It's been used.
During.
But you've never put it on?
No, I put it on.
Oh, you put it on?
So, yeah, sometimes I come downstairs when I've got guests over and wear it.
No, I've seen that. I'm talking about like has it been used for its intended purpose?
Yeah, sometimes you just want to black out everything, put a ball gag in your mouth. Not that big a deal.
I don't know,
No,
I'm
it's
not
not.
kink shaming you or anything. I'm just. It's
I'm not
funny.
kink shaming in the slightest. I think it's cool as fuck.
What's the kinkiest thing you've ever done?
I don't know, little light tying up and.
Like tying up?
Yeah.
Like wire ties?
Huh?
Or
No, like
suit
a.
ties?
It was just like a handkerchief or something.
A hanky?
Yeah, like a hanky. I don't think I had anything else. I don't have.
You don't go to Menards and get rope?
No, that's a little weird.
No, it's not weird.
No, I mean not weird, but like, I wouldn't go out of my way to buy rope.
We have rope.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do have
I
rope.
bought rope.
Oh, well,
Do you want to tie each other up?
no.
Well, the rope was for me to be tied up, but it wasn't in a sexual manner. It was for a video.
Yeah.
we made.
Well, we made a noose and
Oh, speaking about videos. We
you're
got
just
some
gonna change the
ideas.
subject.
Don't you have to hit the gong with your penis first?
No,
Okay.
please don't. We're on camp. This is wholesome. This is a wholesome show. God damn it.
This is wholesome. He was doing
Okay.
fucking Nazi salutes earlier. What are you talking about?
Talking about
Can we
ball
forget
gags
about
and
my
shit.
church praising Jesus?
Praise.
Okay.
Oh boy, just three straight white men over here doing fucking Nazi salutes, talking about why movies.
I
aren't
said that we're
racist.
done. We are done.
Done with what?
We're done with Nazis. Okay.
All right.
We're not. No more of that till
That's
next
a stance
episode.
I
No,
can
I'm
get
not. No,
behind.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
down with that.
Okay.
I'm down with.
Just in
Not being a
2018, we're
Nazi.
done with Nazis.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna hit it
Are you
again.
running for
I'm gonna
president?
hit the gun. Okay.
Because that's a
Why are we-
platform I can vote.
You're changing the subject too many times. I think you're over abusing the gong.
Yeah, maybe
I'm
you
gonna
should
take
have
it
the
away
gong
from you.
Taken away from you.
Yeah, your gong privileges are going to be revoked.
Your gong is now gone.
Gong. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the movie starring Ben Affleck.
So to supplement the podcast, we had Bryn. Why don't you guys, since I wasn't part of it, go ahead and just give a little brief introduction about Revolter Pictures, about some of the stuff you guys have already done, and then we can talk about some things that maybe we can work on in the future.
Yeah, so the channel that we're posting this to is Revolter Pictures, which is where this video is posted to, but it hasn't been posted yet because we're still filming it.
We are.
But we like to do
Thought we
short
filmed this,
films
4
and
hours ago.
huh?
Didn't we film this like 4 hours ago?
Oh my God, we're in a time loop now. We've done little short films in the past. There's a couple already on our channel. We plan to do some in the future. So this channel is just going to be just kind of a hodgepodge of just various things we have interest in doing. We're going to post this podcast up there, some highlight reels, any like little videos we want to do. We're going to put that out there. We're not really sure, 100% what this is going to be, but we're going to stick with it. Kind of change it up. He's putting something in his ass right now. This is the kind of shit that you can expect here. And a lot of wholesome family not getting taken down.
Did you just sniff it? I put that on my butt.
Did you actually?
Oh,
Yeah, I did. You sniffed it.
That would explain the smell.
Oh my God. Smell like
I mean, I didn't
tobacco.
sniff it, but it was very neat. I touched my pants at least. So speaking of things that smell like shit, keep an eye out for a segment that we're gonna do about interviewing people in the bathroom, stall talk.
Yeah, we haven't decided if we're actually going to do this or not, but
It could happen.
it could happen.
It could happen.
It could happen in the future.
We could also,
I do use stalls. I've been in a stall before.
yeah, we just got to take that mic to a bathroom, public restroom, just stick it up under there and be like, here, take this mic. You're live on camera.
Have you ever been in a stall before? Like a bathroom stall?
Dude, I poop in public all the time.
Have you ever been in a bathroom stall?
Have I ever been in a bathroom
Yeah.
stall? Yes, I've been in a bathroom stall.
Wow. You guys are more cultured than I thought.
You've never been in a bathroom
Oh, I've been
public?
in plenty of bathroom stalls.
Okay.
I thought I was the only one.
Have you pooped in public?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've shit in the woods.
Dude, I shit in the woods when I was like 8, and the people that I was with, I was saying I was gonna go home, but then I didn't go home, and they were like, "Well, just go down to the creek and poop and use a leaf." Well, I grabbed a fuzzy leaf.
Oh no. Oh no. Was it?
I don't think it was poison ivy, but I don't think it was the leaf they were talking about.
Did you? Did you have a rash on your butt?
I did have a rash on my butt, but I don't think it wasn't like an itchy thing.
Like
it was
poison.
just I don't know what it was. It was fuzzy though. I still remember that.
I didn't know that actually happened in real life. I thought that was like exclusively reserved for Dax Shepard comedies. Rawr, you really got a shit. The only thing around
Was
here.
that actually like a scene in Without a Paddle?
I'm
where
sure
they, like,
it was.
shit in the woods.
I haven't seen that movie in 10 years, and I'm sure that there's a scene where someone wipes their ass with poison ivy.
Right. It's
If
probably
not-
Seth Green though.
Yeah, probably.
That seems like a
if
Seth
it's not in
Green
the first one, I can guarantee it's in the second one.
There's a Without a Paddle too.
Yes.
Yeah, we looked this up a couple weeks ago.
It's starring. It still has Matthew Lillard, and then
Really? No, it didn't. No.
They
None
couldn't
of
even
them.
get Lillard.
No, they couldn't get any of the three.
What?
Yeah, it was just completely different people.
Why?
I mean money.
Because it was like it was like a straight to DVD
Mhm.
sequel and
What a shame.
no budget.
What a shame.
I mean, look at all like the Disney sequels. They never have it like the original voice actors come back.
The Disney sequels, they do.
Like all the direct to video one. Like those, there's like 12 Mulan sequels
There
and like
is?
7 Aladdin sequels and
There's
I thought-
7 Aladdin sequels?
I don't know. I'm just exaggerating.
I thought Disney was actually. Like,
We need to call our resident Disney expert.
Who the hell is that?
Alex,
Ugh.
other Alex,
Other Alex.
our other roommate.
Is he the Disney expert?
Yeah,
He is the
unfortunately.
expert, Mark.
Ah.
So, anyway, speaking of sequels, next week we're going to be going to see the new Avengers movie.
Well, it's this week, but
This week.
today's
War.
Sunday.
On our
I don't
next
know when this is
episode, we'll be
posted,
talking
but-
about Infinity War.
Infinite War.
like everybody else on the goddamn internet.
Spider-Man. I'm excited for Spider-Man.
Who's your guys' favorite character?
I did just said. No, I'm
you
just
could.
kidding.
I was excited that Spider-Man was in a movie at all with the Avengers.
No,
So-
yeah.
Is that your favorite Avenger?
Well, I mean,
Spider-Man's probably the best one right now.
Chris Pratt as Star-Lord, pretty damn
Yeah,
good.
I mean, I like Chris Pratt.
Dave Bautista as Drax, pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love the shit out of Chris Evans as Captain America, honestly. And, like,
Oh,
The
yeah.
Winter Soldier is still either somewhere in my top 3 of the Marvel films,
Mhm.
between Winter Soldier, Guardians, and Homecoming.
Very cool.
It is very cool. I don't know if I have a favorite. I'm the most excited to see Spider-Man and Star-Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that they end up interacting, but I have no idea. I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be cool if they did.
What about you?
I mean, I've always liked Spider-Man. Like, I used to have some of the old comics, and I love the Spider-Man 2 video game. The Tobey Maguire movies were awesome, and Homecoming was fucking great. So
It was funny.
I just saw Doctor
Funny.
Strange. That was actually pretty good.
Oh man, I loved Doctor Strange.
Did you see it?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, that's where I saw
Yeah,
it.
Doctor Strange is
Yeah,
really
because
good.
I never got to see it in theater. I think the only two
I didn't see it in theaters either.
I haven't seen Thor Ragnarok, and I never saw Black Panther yet. Like, just never got around to
Yeah, I haven't got
seeing
around to that
those.
yet.
So
I
probably.
initially had no interest in seeing Thor Ragnarok just because the first 2 were just so. Ugh. Especially
You didn't like the first Thor movie?
Dutch Angle the movie? Not really.
Yeah.
That was like when,
It was okay. It wasn't that bad.
When people say like, "Oh, this shaky cam movie made me sick," I'm always like, "That doesn't. Whatever." Thor literally made me like fucking uncomfortable because the entire movie was just Dutch angles.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is just weird.
What's a Dutch angle? Sorry.
It's when the camera's like tilted like that, but it's moving like.
Oh.
Like
It's-
I mean, you could do like crane shots and like.
It's,
Alright.
it's something
shots
that's
as well.
usually reserved for, like a horror or suspenseful moment or just
Yeah.
something for an emotional impact. And when your entire film is, it just
Yeah,
doesn't
like
work.
like the movie Battlefield or Scientology, the major motion picture.
Excuse me, Scientology is one of our
well-
major sponsors. Please don't insult them like that.
This podcast is brought to you by Scientology,
Starring,
making
Okay, so-
slave labor
starring
okay.
Jason Lee.
So, anyways, my favorite character in the Avengers right now is Ant-Man.
Ant-Man's cool.
I don't know why. I like the way that they did that movie a lot. With the I don't know, just what's it called? Tilt shift. I don't know if it was tilt shift that they actually used in that, where they make things that are life size look much smaller.
Right.
I don't know if they use that technique in that, but I really like that style of work. But we're coming up on an hour right now, so.
I mean, that's fine. We can.
I did think it was cool that in Civil War they added in Giant Man for Ant-Man 2. That was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. He's like, I've never done this before.
Kind of interested to see how that goes, and I feel like it'll have some sort of a big impact in Infinity War.
Is Ant-Man in Infinity War?
Yeah, I think he is.
I
Paul Rudd.
I actually never looked
every
at that.
single main person is, and even
Yeah.
like a bunch of the side characters.
There's
like
about
Falcon
300
and-
fucking
yeah.
superheroes now, and everybody gets a scene. The movie's 8 hours long.
Just remember when
Did you guys hear about the spoiler at the end of the movie?
No.
Yeah,
After
don't-
the end credits?
No, I mean, I'm assuming there's an end credit scene, but
I could tell you
No,
who
don't.
might be getting previewed.
Please don't.
wanna know.
Okay.
I don't know.
But
Don't
I
tell
will
me.
say, I think it's funny, and a lot of people have said this already too, but like, you know, we think about when the first Avengers film came out and they were like, oh my god, like, we're gonna fit all these superheroes into a movie, and now we're here with.
Right. When there was really only like, what, 5 or 6 in the first Avengers.
I think 6. It was Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Black Widow. Did I say Hawkeye already?
Hawkeye?
Hawkeye isn't a real character.
Hawkeye. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like Hawkeye.
Hawkeye
He's
and
just sort
Black
of
Widow,
there.
they have no fucking powers, no abilities, and they still stand up there and fight the shit out of aliens and robots and all sorts of. That takes balls. That takes balls.
Scarlett Johansson has balls. No, I know. Like, you know, Batman.
We just came
too,
full
but-
circle from the
Batman.
Well,
beginning
that's
of
different.
All right.
But
He's just angry all
That's
the
the second
time.
time ScarJo's been mentioned in this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She was in the Isle of Dogs.
So.
Do you have any other topics or anything written down? I kind of got to everything I had.
Let's see.
It stopped recording.
What did? Oh, did they both stop?
Yeah. Well, I know for sure this one did.
Oh, hold on. Let me. All right. Well, the audio is still going, so hold on. Let me fix the camera real quick. I might just have like a black screen
wait.
on the edit.
Did it say that,
What's it say?
I don't know.
It says video recording
has been automatically stopped.
Automatically.
Oh.
Well, we literally did go for 24 minutes on the
Yeah.
first one.
Hold on. Okay. Start. That one's going.
Wait, why did it stop automatically?
I don't know. It probably
30
like has an
minutes.
auto shut off feature.
Probably need to shut off the auto shut off feature.
I guess. I don't know. I didn't look at that before we started recording. Hold on, let me resync it real quick. Because we don't have a slate. Because
You're gonna have to excuse that last section of the podcast that was all in black.
Well, thanks for noticing that, because I didn't even. Oh, is it going now?
Now in true
Cool.
HD.
Now you can see us again.
High definition.
I'll probably just put some like goofy picture of Alex or something on that little part. At least the audio's still there. I mean, it's a podcast. So if anyone's listening to this and not watching the video, ignore
missed
that
about
whole
2
little
minutes.
3 minutes or whatever. Just like, what? I don't understand. I'm just listening to it on my phone. Ah.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and talk about what we are sitting in front of right now. This
Oh yeah, the whole
wonderful-
theme of the.
the whole theme of the show. This tacky tablecloth brought to you by your local Goodwill. Go ahead and go out there and support your local Goodwills.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get lots of
Fight
cool
the
shit.
power.
It says on
I
the
don't know
wall
if-
there that they give people jobs.
They do give people jobs.
They do give people jobs. Yeah, we got some cool shit. You can't see it on the cameras, but we got. Did we get those? Oh no, those were Nick's. We got that
Jesus
picture.
playing football.
Yeah, Jesus playing football. We got that. There's
Football
fishing with Big Bass
Jesus.
Billy over there.
Don't talk shit about Big Bass
Big
Billy.
Bass Billy's my hero.
That's autographed.
Yeah.
Bass Big Billy.
Actually, we got our couch here from.
Big Bass
Goodwill.
Billy himself autographed that fucking picture.
That houndstooth couch
Yeah, dude,
from Goodville.
from Goodville.
Goodwill.
Goodville.
Yeah, Goodville. Oh god.
I've been to Goodville.
I got this from Goodwill.
Oh, I got this from Goodwill too. I got this little Two-Face Batman Forever mug.
Somebody got this for me for Christmas, I think.
I thought you were gonna bring your Mr. Rogers Neighborhood mug on.
It hasn't been sent in the mail yet.
Hasn't been sent.
I donated to NPR, and I'm a sustaining member now, so they sent me or they're going to send me a color changing.
Oh yeah,
Mr.
didn't you
Rogers
get
mug.
featured on NPR? Wasn't your quote read on NPR?
Yeah, that was really cool. I was at work and I was like, yeah, and then the donation thing. It's like a monthly subscription or whatever. And then there's like a little comment section at the end. I'm like, yeah, I'll just write something. So I just wrote a nice little message. And then like 10 minutes later, I hear, and Bryn wrote it. Just like, God damn it, no one can fucking pronounce my last name. But then they read my whole message on the.
That was the hard part.
Well, yeah,
for
I was
me.
surprised. I was like, oh my god, somebody actually said Bryn correctly. Wow.
They didn't just call you Barn.
Yeah, Byron.
Byron.
I had a guy in high school call me Byron. He actually thought my name was Byron. I just never corrected him. Just like, okay, that's cool.
What's up, Byron?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's gold.
What was I just talking about?
You were ranting about NPR.
Oh, NPR. Yeah, and then
NPR.
they read my thing on the air. I thought that was fun.
He had a real big dick.
I heard my
for the
name
rest
on
of
the
that day.
radio. That was fun. I'm famous. Wow.
Yeah, I got to be on TV one time at the Jackets game. I was walking around. I had like my crazy mask on or whatever, and they walked up to me and they were like, "Go nuts for the camera, man!" And I'm like, "Ugh." But
I got to be the little kid that rides on the back of the Zamboni one time. That was cool.
really, you got to
Did you
ride
really?
the Zamboni?
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
He's
That
also
was-
in a fucking movie.
You're in a movie?
Well,
yeah, he's in
not
The Dark Knight
actually.
Rises.
What?
I
You were there. You were there on
You
set.
can't see me in anything because
Where was
fucking-
this at?
they filmed it in Heinz Field. It was for the scene in The Dark Knight Rises where spoilers. Bane blows up the football stadium.
Yeah, I know where that is.
And they've got all the shots of like all the people watching the game like, oh my god, it's Mr. Bane! We were one of the people in the crowd there because they just filled up one whole section and then digitally put everyone else in the rest of the thing.
So how did you find out about that?
My friend in high school at the time, there was some website, I don't even know if it still exists anymore, but it was
Like casting calls and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
We should
you
try
can be
and
an
get in
extra.
movies.
yeah, because I mean, it doesn't cost them shit. They just, round people up for us.
Yeah.
They gave us a free bologna sandwich and a 5-hour energy.
Really?
Yeah.
They actually gave you a 5-hour energy.
It was 5-hour energy sponsored the thing.
Oh, okay.
They had people out there like,
So there's a bunch of people sitting in one tightly packed space for like hours, just like, oh my god, we're wired on 5 hours.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be in a movie. I'm gonna be in a
It was
movie.
actually
I'm gonna be in a
awful
movie.
because it was the
I'm gonna be
middle.
Tom Hardy.
It was the middle of June,
Mhm.
but we had to all wear winter clothing because
Oh,
the movie,
right. Yeah,
it takes
it's like
place in a
snowing.
winter scene, and it was like football does take place in August. Like, does this have to be a winter scene?
Yeah, right.
But it
Well,
was.
Bane's always got to be wearing his like iconic. Like,
yeah,
fur,
I know that's
fur,
why. So Bane can.
coat
I
thing.
feel really bad for Tom.
Oh,
Hardy. I can't even-
wear this coat.
I can't even
my shit's
imagine
wet
how
now.
how bad he was sweating wearing that,
what that sounds like on camera. That's not a very good one at all.
wearing that
Oh.
thick ass coat.
Right.
And it was funny too. Like that was the first.
Stick.
They didn't do like any of his voice things or anything, so none of us knew how stupid he was gonna sound like he does in the actual. Because like
Mhm.
I love Bane, but he sounds fucking stupid.
Well, he sounds like an
The
old timey
movies.
boxer. Yeah, put him up, Shay.
And they just have him like talking, and it like you can't hear it because it's like all. And they didn't want to spoil anything for the
Mhm.
movie, but we're just like he just sounds like this stupid because like it's this thing, right? And then nope, that's just what he sounds like in the movie.
Was
So
he?
you got to
He was
see
doing
an
that
actual scene
voice.
play out.
For about a second, and then it cuts out. Like he goes hello or whatever he says when he first like
Right.
charges out of the tunnel.
Good morning,
Yeah, he said, like citizens of Gotham or something like that. He says that, and then everything else cut out afterwards, and we're just
Yeah.
like, okay.
Right,
And
and
they
then you
drove
just
the
had to
fucking
sit there while.
Batmobiles around, and then that was when they broke that IMAX lens too, the one that cost like $2 million. Or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
They
Mhm.
broke that there. We watched it happen.
They
Wait,
broke
what?
one when they were filming the Dark Knight.
Did they?
Yeah, it was. I think it was
Aren't you guys talking about the Dark Knight?
Rises.
Oh,
the Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, okay.
You know the better one. the Dark
Petition to
Knight.
stop Christopher Nolan from getting access to the IMAX
Yeah.
cameras because he keeps breaking the damn lenses.
It
There
was.
only a
You
certain
can actually
number of them?
see it break, or they use that
Oh,
take
yeah,
in the
you told me
movie.
about that.
Yeah. It's one of the Batmobile scenes, or I think it's the whole thing where like the Joker's in the big truck with the RPG.
It's when it flips. It's when the truck flips, isn't it?
No, it's not the truck flip. They had like 7 different cameras like around to get that one. there was like a hydraulic like lift thing that like pushes up. But I think it's one of the one where they're like underground, like under like in the tunnels or something. And there's like this one shot where it's either I'm pretty sure it's the Batmobile that crashes into it or something crashes. But yeah, it was like on a crane or something, and it just smashes right into the lens. They use that take and then immediately like cut to another shot. But yeah, they fucked up.
It's great.
Yeah. Made a good movie, though.
All right.
Is that pretty much it?
All right, I think that just about settles it. Now it's time for the audience to act. If you guys have a tablecloth you want to see on the show, go ahead and send it to the address below in the description.
Who are you talking to? We don't have any some fans.
I think
This
he's
is our
talking
first
to the
fucking
lady in the picture that I'm looking at.
This is our first
If you are a fan and are hearing this podcast and have a tablecloth you want to see on the show, go ahead and send it in.
That way you and the one other person can
don't
see
give
it.
our address out.
I'll put my address on there. I don't
Okay,
care.
That's fine.
No,
Do your own
you don't want to
address.
give your address out.
I'll just put the LA Cleaners address on there.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. So thanks for watching. This was interesting.
This was an eye opener.
My eyes are always open.
It's hard to talk for a long time. Not for you though. You love talking.
I could talk all day.
Yeah, you can.
I'm
Let's not though. And let's
not very
wrap
good
this
at
up.
stopping.
All right, we're
talking.
wrapping this up. Thank you
All
for
right.
anyone that is actually watching this or listening to this. We're gonna try and do this as a weekly show. Thank you. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, because every fucking YouTuber has to say that at the end of their goddamn video. Actually, at least we said it at the end of the video because everyone likes to okay, here's the first 5 minutes or first 5 seconds of the video. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, hit the notification squad before the video even fucking starts. So.
Well, to get the most money, you have to talk for 8 minutes before you even start talking about the actual content.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Let's wrap this up.
Okay, all right, thank you. Bye.
Oh.
Elevator music.
Good evening and good night.
God damn it. Wow, that's a lot louder without the headphones on.
Yeah, welcome to my fucking struggle.